Hi YouTubers, we're going to make a video on the 360 Fly. I'm going to take you through and show you. This is the 360 Fly device here, and I'm going to hopefully tell you a few things that you probably don't know about this device, which was a little bit hard to find out, and also save you a little bit of time. Now at the moment it's on blue, which from what I can figure out, because there's no instructions that come with it, and there's nothing really on the website, and a lot of the other reviews never told me much about it either. They told me about all the features, but they didn't actually tell me about how to use it. So I'll go through on how to use it. When it's on blue, it's generally searching for the connection wirelessly. This has Wi-Fi, connects with your phone. I'm going to be using an iPhone and also an Android phone for the demonstration today. When it's blue blinking, it's searching. When it's blue, I believe it's on standby mode. It has a little vibrator in it too, so when you hold it down, you should get a little vibrate. It's blinking and it's off. So that was 2-second hold down. Hold down for 1 second, nothing. Hold down for another 2 seconds again, and now it's booting up. It does have a little time to boot up. Once it goes solid again, I'm going to activate it so it starts recording. You don't have to have your phone synced in to record. You can use it just as an action camera and just turn it on and record. Okay, we're on blue now, so give it one push. It's turned red, also red on the bottom, looks like a little UFO. Really cool design. Now it's recording. So for anybody who doesn't know what type of angle and things like this this camera does, just have a look on YouTube. There's a great fighter pilot demonstration on what this can do. It's amazing when you look at it like this, that it actually can record all the way down here. This lens here is amazing. You'd think it'd only be projecting gathering its image from here, but it actually, if it could see my finger about here. Now if you look at that, you could see my finger here as well. So it's below the level of the surface. It goes like that. So it's probably best to demonstrate like that. Probably go from there over to there, and also everything forward as well. So it's a really amazing camera in that regard. A couple of things I'm going to show you on this review is, first of all, I bought this camera after watching all the reviews. I saw it, heard it on the radio, saw one of the fighter jet YouTube video, and was able to scroll around, so I went out and bought one the next day. When I bought this one, I was very happy it came with a screw-on camera mount there, if you can see that. And that was pretty cool. One of the other functions that wasn't pretty cool is they said it was waterproof. Now if you look down there, you can see a bit of circuit board in there. Basically this one was, I called the people and they said no, it shouldn't be like that, and they're going to send me a new camera. So they were very cool about that. So before you go swimming with your camera, check that you can't see a bit of circuit board in there like you can with this one. If you can see in there like that, you see a little green circuit board, a couple of solders, then I would suggest not going swimming with it, because it's obviously not a sealed unit. This is the 4K. There is the HD one as well. So with the actual adapters now, because it's got this adapter on the back, I can go buy these cheap things off eBay and simply just screw it on and it works. The next thing I noticed with this coupling here, if you try and put it on the wrong direction, you'll actually spin around. You can see that. I'll put it on just like that, line up the center and let go, and it actually rotates. So the magnet will align itself, allowing it to charge in the right position. I believe you can go one position or the other position. No. So there is a bit of magnetic force here, which is really cool. Got a micro USB on the back. One of the things I was a bit pissed off with is that I want to use this camera, but I want to use it with an external microphone, because often the little tiny microphone, which is this little tiny dot right here, might not capture the sound if you're in a loud place, and if you're shooting a long distance or anything. So a wireless microphone is what I'd prefer to use, but I couldn't find an adapter for it in Australia. This is the Australian model, I'll just let you know, because all the US models, all the US reviews were different on this particular camera. So it looks like now they're moving away from the push and twist, which is this type of setup here, if you can see that. You push in and you twist. They're moving away from that and they're going to the screw thread. So the screw thread is a new one, the push and twist is the old one, which is fine, but realistically what they should have done is noted this on the packet. I went to JB Hi-Fi's and spent over $1,000 and I got everything I could, including the headset. And when I got home I found out all my adapters were the push and twist and my camera was the screw on. When I went over the packaging, which is really cool packaging here, so it doesn't look like that normally, when I went over the pack, normally looks like this, just like that. Okay. When I went over the packaging, basically when I looked, it said it was the push and twist on the side, but it's actually there we are there. Magnetic power, yes. 2-prong action camera adapter. So it's written right there, but of course it's the wrong one. So just be careful if you do get the 4K one. You know, if you have to open it up in the shop and find out which one you actually got, because it will make a difference. One more thing I found with this one is when you plug it into the USB, it goes yellow. When it's recording, it goes red. When it's on standby, it goes blue. When it's looking for a connection, such as you're syncing it with your phone, it'll be blinking blue. And to turn it off, you simply hold it down, 2 pushes, and it'll vibrate twice. It'll blink at you a few times, and it'll turn itself off. Another really cool thing they have is the case which goes on it. It's a little round case. I left it out for the video, but it's basically you just put it over and you struggle to get the zipper over the top until it takes the form of the camera. So this case here, looking at this case here, it actually comes with this part here. Okay, so that's a screw thread with a tightener and an adapter, which is standard to a lot of other GoPros and Sony action. So save yourself the $29 and don't buy one because it actually comes with one. Had I known that, I would have saved $1. The instructions are here. The quick start guide basically tells you how to plug it in. That's all it tells you. It doesn't tell you much more. I've emailed the manufacturer and told them to put a PDF. So when you plug it in, you get a PDF with all the instructions. That's what I told them to do. Whether or not they take my advice is completely up to them. This case comes in, really cool, goes all in like that. It's like a screw type clip, but realistically who cares about the case, because once you get your camera out, you're ready to rock and roll. Now with this camera here, I'll turn it back on. What you can do is you download your images either by, to turn it on, hold the button down for 2 seconds or 3 seconds, 1, 2, 3. It vibrated twice, it's blinking blue. When you put it into your computer, you can use it just like any other SD card or camera that you plug in. Your computer should find it, you can look at the images. They do come out as sphere, I think it is, images. So if you want to post it on YouTube just as a MP4, you're going to need to download a converter from YouTube, which is a very small file. Basically just puts the little metadata onto the actual onto the actual video. So when you download it to YouTube, it gives you the little plus and minus thing at the top so you can move the actual screen. That's one of the benefits of this camera, is that when you are watching a video like this, you move it up and down and it moves. I'll give you a quick example of that. I'm sure you're all very familiar with that, because that being the whole point of this type of setup. Where's my YouTube at? If I can get that up, because that will also help me explain the next part of the goggles. I also bought the goggles. Okay, so I'm just going to go to YouTube. I'll put up also another example of me driving, just to show you how good it looks. I did another example the other day of in the house where I left this on a table. It didn't turn out very good. So sorry about it's a bit hard to really see, isn't it, through that. Now I upgraded my firmware on Apple, so now I have the option of the Google cardboard cutout. If I can show you there, I have those goggles right there, that one there, which means if I push that, it's going to turn it into split screen. Now that's standard with YouTube, and I had to upgrade my firmware till 9 point something on my Apple device to do that. And then you simply put them into these goggles. I'll take you through on the goggles here. These are the goggles. It flips down at the front here. It has spring loaded on both sides, so you simply put this in here. Now I'm going to show you something which nobody, kind of showed me. I wish they did. It would have saved me a lot of time. There's a little dot right here that if you shake your head, the dot will appear. Then you can use that dot as a mouse to put over the stop and the pause, which is located right about here. So you put that little pause on there, and when this case is closed, unlike the Google Cardboard glasses, there's no button on this. But what I worked out is if you push this corner here, just like that, and it pops it, show what's happening here, like that, it actually works as the button. So if you've got that look, you shake your head like that, you get the little dot, you put it where you want it, and you just push it down like that, and it actually works for some reason. So that's your push button. This on the side here projects as well, so that goes in and out. This has a flap on the top here like this, allows you sound. Very importantly, they've left a gap on the side so you can be charging or use external headphones. I really like that. On this side here, it's all very nice and padded. Very nice and comfortable. The strap is awesome. I'm not sure if this is a 360 Fly product or if it's just a rebranded generic product that 360 Fly have picked up. Either way, it's really cool. When you sync your camera in with your phone, you can actually re-watch your videos without posting them anywhere. You just, Wi-Fi to your camera, watch them, and as you move your head, you can actually get a 360 view all the way around from your footage on the actual device. You can also get a live view as well. I did notice with the hooking up and the syncing of this particular device. Sorry, I'll just quickly finish off. So that's your goggles there. Get them, they're worth it. 69 bucks from JB Hi-Fi. That's how to use them. When you actually hook up with your syncing of your device as well, one thing to remember is with your settings, turn off your Wi-Fi of your house, because most people have Wi-Fi like I do. If you can see there, I have Wi-Fi, and the first thing it's going to pick up is my office, but I've got to turn it on and say, no, I want to pick up this wirelessly. So best to turn off your Wi-Fi because it just makes it harder to find it. It did take me a little while to actually find it before I could. This is the app right here. Sorry about the camera work. That's your app right there. Down the bottom, you go to camera view, and right now it's checking for it. Oh, there we go. I think we're syncing in. You've got the small time delay there. Okay. And as I move my phone, you can see that I'm actually moving the image. That's what's cool about this camera. It does take a huge round image, and once you move your phone, you can get it on there. Also, the next thing I noticed is to watch a video, sometimes it did or it didn't work. Sometimes you've got to download the video from the device to your phone, then watch it. Sometimes I did that, it didn't actually work. Could just be my settings. In the app here as well, just note you can take a photo and you can rotate your photo as well, just like you normally do. It also has the time-lapse function, which is really cool. It's all under this little flower here on the side. This is really bad camera work for me. This flower here on the side, you push that, and then you have your video, point of view, or time-lapse. I thought that was a really cool setting there. The program on your computer can upload straight to YouTube and embed the metadata. So if you're going to use that automatic program, make sure you log into with your YouTube details, so that way every time you post a video, it's going to post it in the right account, and also it's going to embed the 3D metadata. Because if you put this on your computer and you upload it directly to YouTube, you're going to get this spherical type of image that's going to look like this. That's your photo, not a photo, a round image of probably what you're looking at there, and very hard to see around the sides. What this does is it basically turns it into a square. So where you look, you're looking at an image. It's a very crude example there. Just going back over here, this app also has some really cool demonstrations on it. So basically, if you go up the top here to 360 Fly, you can get some really cool examples which are worth watching. I won't take them through you now. when you get it, you'll see. If you're interested in this camera, first of all, download, have a look at some of the footage, have a look at some of the things you can do with it. There's not many good tutorial videos out there on it, and some of the things I've told you now, I spend a lot of time looking at. One of the things is, check your 4K camera, see if it does have a black cover in there. If you can see a circuit board, don't take it swimming. Next thing is check which fitting you have before you go buy your fittings. I've told you about the button controls, which is like unknown information. When I got this camera, it came with this little tiny booklet here. This is the booklet, and it comes with a few stickers, and it tells me this is it. It really didn't tell me enough. So some of the things I've just told you there is going to save you a little bit of time. It comes with a micro SD cable. So it's getting dark here, it's getting hard to see. So that's all included in the pack. On eBay, I buy all these things here. I'll just turn the light on one moment. That's probably a lot better. Yes, it is 100 times better. Okay, so on eBay I buy these things here, $3. Suction cap with screw threading. All these you can use. Helmet mount, screw threading, all the same screw thread. Clamp, handlebar, like $5, screw threading. So now they've gone to this. I don't need to purchase all of these. This one here is a suction cap for $69. Looking at it, the suction cap's far superior. It's probably got a little tether hole there that you could tie onto as well. So much superior product. Once again, a lot more expensive. This camera and all of these accessories, including 2 headsets, I picked up from JB for I think just over $1,100. The camera itself, I've noticed it's made of glass here, so like any action camera, when it takes a knock or something, you can kiss your camera goodbye. There's no way to pull this apart that I can see. It does split up the middle there, but as far as replacing your lens and being a replacement part, I think you're pretty much up the creek there. As far as the footage and all the rest, it's amazing. I saw the footage, and the next day I went out and I bought one. You can simply put that in the middle of a table, have a big party all the way around, and then go back and watch it, and then look at this person over here or look at this person over here, and you'd actually be looking at a screen here, and you could move the whole screen around, so you'd be looking now at this side of the screen or even this screen. So the screen you're looking at now, imagine if you could move it from here over to here, up here, over here, any which way you want. Amazing technology. Even on the phone, having the phone, being able to watch it and sync, and you can use this as your remote control as well. It is pretty amazing. So for anyone out there thinking about buying one, do go ahead and buy one. And for what it is, you'll probably see them getting cheaper. There is other companies making 3D cameras as well. They're not yet out on the market, especially the Australian market. And from what I can see, this 360 Fly will be like the GoPro. So we will get more additional people making them, but this looks like the one that will actually take off. Only available at JB Hi-Fi from what I can see, or on eBay. Stick with a wholesaler. I bought this one, it's less than a few hours old, and now it's going back because of the waterproofing function. A bit put out about that because I didn't get any specs on the box or anything. The only specs I got was down here telling me 64 gig. You know, I really wanted some more specs on it saying waterproof to here, can do this, can't do that, 2 hours record time, that sort of stuff. Going off other people's specs, I've been told it's 2 hour record time in 4K, which is pretty good. The battery life should of course keep up with that, but yeah, I'm yet to sort of find that out. But yeah, a few more specs would have been, you know, make it a lot easier to know what exactly you're purchasing. But for what it is and what it can do, it's amazing. I did the video of a drive today, and I mounted it upside down, hanging from the sun visor, which recorded beautifully. There's another person out there on a motorbike going through Auburn. He recorded it facing forward, recorded quite well. You can even see his speedo and who's to the left and right of him. I can't wait until this technology comes out and becomes in a dash cam sort of function, because even when I stopped recording 5 minutes later, I was cut off by some idiot who doesn't like to give way when you're merging or changing lanes. And it would be nice to have this because it really captures the whole field of view, and you can see your instruments as far as what's on your left, your right, your forward, your gauges. It's just amazing. So that's my review on this camera. I'll be posting up some footage just for you to have a look at as well. Some of the footage turned out alright, some didn't, but you've got to keep in mind that this camera is only a couple of hours old and I'm still getting used to it. That program to encode the footage to put on YouTube, just go to YouTube and type in 360 and it'll take you to a little link where YouTube will allow you to download it. Keep in mind that the software that this comes with will also do it and will also post it online of the YouTube account that you wish. Also has other linking options there as well. I think post it, pin it, or whichever you want. I don't really use more than YouTube. And the goggles, must get the goggles. The kids love them. This 3D thing and all the rest is pretty cool. There is other apps for setting up this split screen. Took me a while to find them. I did find a couple, and they're really interactive and really cool for the kids. Okay, any comments you want to make or anything like that, feel free to make it below. But out of 10 for this camera, apart from not being waterproof on my one and having to return it, I'll give it probably an 8 or a 9. You know, it is just like the Sony camera, Sony action camera. I'd give a 10. That was an amazing, or actually a 9 as well. So comparing apples with apples, yeah, it was a camera that I just had to have, and I think a lot of other people out there will just have to have it as well, especially when you can just place it on a table like that, and you can record both sides of the table all simultaneously, and later on when you're watching the video you don't have to watch a particular field. You can come back and you can watch what so-and-so was saying or how they were looking over this side or over this side. So realistically, compared to a single screen we're used to, it'll give you a lot more field of view and show you behind the scenes and things like that. I think Billy Joel had one of these on the piano when he was doing a concert, and you could actually see the audience and then scroll back around and see Billy Joel, and then scroll back around and see the audience over here. You can scroll anywhere you want. You're not limited. Okay, thanks for watching.